Welcome to Christ-Centered Living, CCL. Dear friend, I'm your host Shirley, and I'm coming to you with a new story from the Bible, from the book of Genesis, chapter 22. This is the story of Abraham and Isaac, and it might just change the way you think about trust, sacrifice, and the God who provides. Imagine this. What if God asked you to give up the very thing you greatly treasure and love, and you had prayed for the longest? What if it was your dream school, your closest relationship, or the one thing that made you feel secure about your future? Would you still trust Him? Would you still follow Him, even when the sacrifice feels so great? Well, today's story is about that kind of faith. Let's dive in. One day, in the quiet stillness of the morning, God called out to Abraham. "Here I am," Abraham replied, his heart always attentive to God's voice. But what came next was unexpected. "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on the mountain I will show you." Isaac wasn't just Abraham's son, he was the promised heir. The child Abraham and Sarah had waited for their entire lives. The one through whom God had said nations would come. Now God was asking Abraham to lay him down. Still, Abraham didn't argue. He didn't even delay. The very next morning, he rose early, saddled his donkey, and set out with Isaac, 2 servants, and the wood for the offering. The journey to Moriah took 3 days, and on the 3rd day, he saw the mountain in the distance. He turned to his servants and said, "Stay here with the donkey, while I and the boy will go over there. We will worship, and then we will come back to you." Abraham's words, "We will come back to you," revealed a deep belief that somehow God would provide, even if it meant bringing Isaac back from the dead. He placed the wood on Isaac's back, while he himself carried the fire and the knife. As they walked, Isaac asked, "Father, the fire and wood are here, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham's faith shone brightly here. He said, "God Himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." Even though he didn't know how, Abraham trusted that God would provide. When they arrived at the designated place, Abraham built an altar, arranged the wood, and bound Isaac. As Abraham raised the knife to sacrifice his son, an angel called out urgently, "Abraham, Abraham!" "Here I am," Abraham responded. "Do not lay a hand on the boy," the angel said. "Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld your son, your only son." At that moment, Abraham saw a ram caught by its horns in the thicket. This was God's provision, a substitutionary sacrifice. Abraham took the ram and offered it in place of Isaac. He named the place "The Lord Will Provide," a reminder of God's faithfulness in every trial. The angel spoke again, reaffirming God's covenant with Abraham. "Because you have done this and not withheld your son, your only son, I will surely bless you. Your descendants will be as numerous as the stars and will possess the cities of their enemies. Through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed me." Abraham returned to his servants, his heart filled with reverence and awe. The journey back to Beersheba wasn't just physical, it was spiritual. Abraham had passed the ultimate test of faith and trust in God. Dear listeners, Abraham's story isn't just about a test, it's about a revelation of what true faith looks like. A faith that doesn't just say yes to God when the blessings come easily, but one that says yes even when obedience feels like heartbreak. He didn't know how it would all work out. He didn't have a plan B. He just trusted that the same God who gave the promise could also make a way when it looked like the promise would die. And God did. At the very last moment, when the knife was raised, God provided. Not just a way out, but a better way. A ram in the thicket, a symbol of mercy. A reminder that God always provides exactly what we need in His perfect time. Maybe today you're standing on your own Mount Moriah. Maybe you've been asked to lay something down that you never thought you could let go of. Maybe the future looks uncertain and you're wondering if obedience will cost too much. But friend, let this story remind you, God sees, God knows, and God provides. And He is still the same God today. He's not trying to take something from you. He's preparing to reveal something greater to you. So keep walking, keep trusting, keep saying yes even when it's hard. Because when you walk in obedience, you'll find that the Lord will provide every time. Until next time, stay faithful, stay anchored, and keep walking with Him. God bless you.